Greetings, nerds. Did you know John Blanche deleted his website? Well, this video is much harder to make. First off, who is John Blanche? He was the art director for Games Workshop for many, many years. He was one of the first ones there as well, if not the first. Now, he's not actually as well known as people think he is within this hobby. He's not a very famous artist in reality. He's just very coveted within this hobby. That being said, that's no slight on him at all. That's just the reality of it. Now, most people get his palette wrong, and we're going to look at his palette here. So I have taken a lot of different pictures. I had to go scrub the internet for this stuff. Thankfully, one person on Tumblr, of all places, collected all of his work. So that saved me a lot of time. And if we look at his work here, we notice a lot of those Zorn palette-esque things. However, the yellow here is not yellow ochre. That's closer to being something like a diarylide yellow. That red there, that's not cadmium red. That's closer to being like a naphthol scarlet. He was a marker artist, so we have to keep that in mind. And when we look at his other non-40K work, there's a lot of greens, there's a lot of blues in them. If we zoom in, scroll in, whatever, a lot, we can kind of see that. A lot of greens, a lot of blues. With his other work, we see that more of that Zorn palette-esque coming out, but those reds are real punchy. They come right out. Those yellows are super punchy as well. And what we're not talking about is the fact that he uses brown a lot. A lot of brown, a lot of those, once again, punchy colors that really kind of influence that whole darkness, that whole lovely, just grimdark. Even with his happier things, like this right here, a lot of bright greens, a lot of punchy color. Once again, punchy color, punchy color, punchy color. This is just something that we don't really think about when we think of John Blanche's palette, is the punchy colors. Like, once again, those yellows are super vibrant. They pop right out on the screen. His miniatures, they are different to his actual artwork as well. Once again, bright, punchy greens coming right out. Bright, punchy greens coming right out. His miniature work, however, we can see bright, punchy green right there. Bright, punchy green right there. A lot of brown. A lot of brown. Bright, punchy green right there. We can start seeing even more of that bright, punchy green in just random places. Bright, punchy red. Bright, punchy blues. Everyone thinks this palette is super muted when it's not. It's actually really huge. And we're going to get into what these colors are here. Now, let's get back over to the main camera. The colors that he uses, that blue is really green. Like very, very green. So we're going to pick our cerulean deep. Okay? For our blue. This is a very greenish blue, very dark, but when you're comparing it to all these browns, it's punchy. For a red, because I don't like using cadmium, and I don't recommend hobbyists use cadmiums, and this is archival, unlike naphthol, pyrrole red. Burnt umber. Of course, titanium white. Our yellow. This is going to be a little bit different one. We are going to go benzodiazepine medium. because we want the transparency here. Of course, we're going to be using black. The black that you use is entirely up to you. I'm going to go with bone black because, well, I like charred animal bones. I think those are the more interesting of them all. Now, we're also missing the yellow ochre. Because, yes, there is that brownish yellow there too. So, yellow ochre. This is his actual palette right here. Now, a lot of people will think that he's using cobalt blue, but he's using cerulean blue, which is more green. But I like the idea of the cerulean blue deep, but if you wanted a brighter blue, you could go cerulean blue. The other version of it, the other PB36, there's the other option as well. You can go cobalt turquoise. This would also work. But one of the above is going to be needed. Probably I would, if I'm making this palette, if I'm using this for myself, I'm going to go cerulean blue, but I think John Blanche would prefer deep blue. I don't know him, so I can't say anything about it and what he would like, but this so far would be what his palette would be. You can mix very nice greens with it. You can mix all those greens that he was using with this palette. Those bright, punchy greens, and it actually will work. We'll show you the green right here, too. Because they're not naturally bright and punchy. They're just bright and punchy. But they have that more brown tone to them. They have that more muted green tone. Like the typical greens you would mix from a blue and yellow. Some of that. Now, all of this is archival as well. That. See that green? See? More bluish green right there. That green is his goblin green right there. It's bright, it's earthy, it's lovely. See? He's using cerulean blue. That's the secret to his palette that everyone misses. But that is all for this video. It's gone on for too long. There's a Discord link down below. Check it out. Join up. Yeah.